The words cut through the smoke, through the chaos, through the fear. A pilot was trapped, a multi-billion-dollar stealth fighter lay in pieces, and the base's top rescue chief, Master Sergeant Holt, was screaming at the only person who could actually save the mission. But she didn't flinch. She didn't argue. She didn't even look up. She just knelt, opened her gear, and did something no one on that flight line had ever seen. She spoke to the machine, and the machine obeyed. This is the true story of Senior Airman Anna Sharma, the woman they mocked, the legend they never saw coming, and the quiet professional who taught an entire base the difference between rank and respect. The wreckage of the F-39 Shadowhawk was a nightmare. Carbon fiber shattered like glass, wires sparked like live snakes, smoke curled from the cockpit, acrid, toxic. Inside, the pilot, Erdil strapped in, was fading fast. This wasn't just any jet. It was a classified, experimental stealth fighter, so advanced that most of the rescue team had never even seen its internal systems. And, leading the operation, Master Sergeant Holt. Loud, aggressive, used to getting his way. His team had protocols, tools, authority, but none of it was working. The canopy wouldn't open. The hydraulics were fused. The ejection seat's pyrotechnics were damaged. One wrong move, and the whole cockpit would explode. They were stuck, and panic was setting in. That's when Anna Sharma arrived, senior airman, medical support, rank low, profile, invisible. She knelt beside the wreckage, calm, focused, moving with a surgeon's precision. Holt stormed over. "Get her out of there. We need an engineer, not a glorified Band-Aid dispenser." The crew shuffled. Some laughed nervously. Others looked away. But Anna didn't react. No anger, no fear, just silence. And in that silence, something far more powerful than noise. Competence. From the edge of the cordon, Colonel Vance, the base commander, watched. He didn't see a young medic. He saw the way her hands moved. Not like a first responder, but like a watchmaker diagnosing a broken heart. He saw the non-regulation gear bag she carried, the unique patch on her shoulder, a single wing cradling a microchip. No name, no rank, just a symbol. And then, she did the impossible. She didn't grab a saw, didn't shout orders. Instead, she reached into her hip pouch and pulled out a small, sleek device. Like a hybrid of a datapad and a neural probe, she found a hidden maintenance port, so small it wasn't on any official schematics. She inserted the device. A holographic interface flickered to life above her hand. Her fingers flew, not typing, but writing code, bypassing firewalls, overriding emergency locks. She wasn't doing first aid, she was performing surgery on the soul of the machine. She isolated failing power systems, rerouted life support, bypassed the fused canopy actuators. The air hummed. Then, click, 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 a soft hiss, and the half-ton canopy glided open, smooth, silent, perfect. A collective gasp. Holt stood frozen, mouth open, face pale. Anna leaned in. The pilot stirred. His eyes fluttered open. He saw her patch, and in a whisper, choked with smoke and tears, "It's you, the angel." Then he passed out. Colonel Vance stepped forward. No words, no drama. He walked straight to Anna, a senior airman 5 ranks below him, and did something no one had ever seen. He rendered a formal salute, not because of her rank, not because of protocol, but because of what she had just done. Then he keyed his comms. "This is Vance. I need eyes on confirmation. Pull up the Guardian Angel program roster. Authorization code Victor Alpha 9 Echo." A pause. Then the dispatcher's voice, stunned. "Sir, we have a match. Single operator. Call sign. Angel." Vance turned to the crew. "For 2 years, some of you have heard whispers. A ghost on the base. A specialist whose name only appears on manifests when our most sensitive assets are in the air." He pointed at the F-39. "You thought it was a myth." He let the silence hang. It wasn't. Then he read from the file, a litany of impossible qualifications: Tier 1 Crash Recovery and Avionics Specialist Advanced Cybernetic Interface Operations, Experimental Propulsion Systems, Diagnostics, Combat Trauma Life Support, Level 4, Mission History Top Secret. This wasn't just a medic. This was the only person on base qualified to save that pilot. And Holt? He had tried to throw her out. Scene 4. The Humbling of a Man. The next morning, Holt found Anna in the medical bay, cleaning her gear. No audience, no cameras, just silence. He didn't make a speech, didn't demand attention. He picked up a cloth and started cleaning beside her. After several minutes, he spoke, voice low, raw. "I was wrong, specialist. My assumptions were unprofessional. It won't happen again." She didn't look up, just gave a slow, deliberate nod. That was enough. Respect wasn't demanded. It was earned. And Anna had earned it, not with words, but with one act of quiet mastery. Scene 5. The Legacy of Angel's Corner. That day changed the base forever. The spot where the F-39 crashed, now called Angel's Corner. Pilots, before every flight, walk over and touch the tarmac, a silent tribute to the woman who saved one of their own. Anna's custom interface tool, encased in glass, mounted in the squadron briefing room, not as a trophy, but as a symbol. The most powerful voice in a crisis is often the quietest one. Years later, her rescue method became official doctrine, the Angel Protocol, now standard for all Shadowhawk emergency procedures. She didn't save just one life. She created a shield for every pilot who came after. And Master Sergeant Holt, he became a mentor, teaching new NCOs. Look for competence, not conformity. Authority is given, respect is earned. The measure of a professional isn't the volume of their voice, but the depth of their skill. Anna Sharma never wanted fame. She never gave interviews. She never wore her title like a badge. But her legend, it lives on. Because in a world obsessed with noise, silence can be the loudest proof of mastery. She didn't need to shout. She didn't need to prove herself. She just did the thing that mattered, when no one else could. And in that moment, she taught everyone a lesson. True respect isn't demanded by rank. It's earned by action, by knowledge, by the courage to stay calm when everything is falling apart. This story moved you. If you believe in the quiet ones, the ones who don't speak up, but step up, leave a comment. Respect is earned, not demanded. Subscribe to Beyond True Stories. We tell the tales that shouldn't be forgotten. Because real heroes, they're not always the loudest. They're the ones who make the machine speak when it's about to die.